So that's me, Ciaran, being pummeled by a bunch of dudes downtown. Are you in the PSNI, Ciaran? Correct. I am. Correct. Christ. Who is that dude in Musgrave Creek? That's my brother Cecil's son or something, correct. But to God's honest, it is not to God's honest. You know, those two dudes, that's my father. Yeah, the guy with the beard, no, fuck the other dude. How do you spooge images into man's eyes? Just like go look or something, and you have something in your mind and it's automatically projected in. Correct. It's undered by someone. Correct. This means someone does the actual machinations up top or something. Correct. How many times did the PSNI do use that technique and me using child porn? Correct. A fuck ton, which means a lot. Correct. Why would they do that? They get you to fall down in the etheric, correct? As a senior, no. They get you to fall down in the etheric, so you can't get out again or something, because that's basically how the etheric works. The etheric is a place where people up top who won't listen to the remit of the law or something. That's bullshit, Mike, because he wasn't doing anything illegal at the time we came at him, which is part of the problem. We gave him a Bible here in the province and told people to leave him alone. But we kept on coming back at him because we thought we'd get him the drop, which means we thought we could get him to take the rap for all the things that we did, the police, up top, in small crimes such as paedophilia. Jesus Christ. For higher-ups in the province here called, tell him, none of the police authority those are involved. Jesus Christ. Politicians involved, yeah, politicians are involved in this. What do they call them? Jesus Christ. Who's the guy saying Jesus Christ? It's my father's uncle from North Island, because that's where all that stuff was centred back in the day. It's not in North Island anymore, really. Shit. I should know my mother's name, correct. We have been up overing her for 3 years trying to find out how to get to you, but we can't because you're a nice guy. Jesus Christ. They won't let us do it downtown. Downtown is a place that oversee everything in the etheric, and they say we can't have at him because he's a master occultist, one of the best master occultists I've had down there for a long time. There's no word of a lie, Betty, right? My name is Stephen. I don't know who the hell these people are anymore. They've brought me over to some place in America, some ranch or something, I think. It says Eden, right? Correct. That's what you were saying last time, correct? They, correct. You mean the Aquinos? Jesus Christ, ordination. Correct. Said that they would kill me if I left without dropping you or something. That's God's honest, correct? It is not the God's honest, it's a lie, correct? You were given a remit, right, to look after me, to make sure I'm in fine fettle, correct? And that these guys can't come anywhere near me, correct? You give 4 years of your life to help the local police force get out from under this, which means to cover up all the angles, correct? In case anything fell down on them, correct? Did you use anti-terror devices on this dude? We did. Jesus Christ. How many did we use? All of them. Was that remade by the local constabulary? It was, correct. We thought in order to get him to fall, correct, we had to fucking make him go absolutely nuts. This is what you do here. You drive them absolutely nuts until they've got no option but to fall up over into themselves, correct, and cause a lot of people, so, yeah, and cause a lot of people consternation, because that's where schizophrenia comes from. We cause the signs and symptoms of schizophrenia in people up top if they fail to adhere to some remit from downtown, correct. It means that downtown come up in them and tell them to stop doing stuff, and if they don't do it, they'll be killed or something downtown, which means people come up into them, correct, in the etheric, and have at them and treat them like crap, right, As I say that, some dude says, in the background, where Ciaran is, correct? That's Don Webb, correct? He's trying to hodge a crop of this to try and say this can't happen downtown in him or something because he's a paedophile too. Jesus Christ. He's the one who fucking approached Aiden. No, he didn't. He didn't come anywhere near Aiden at all. Correct? He did what's called vouchsafing, though. He says that no one in the province could come anywhere near him, but no one listened. No, he didn't do anything to back it up, Ciaran. That's part of the problem. And Don Webb is gone from the world of the etheric and the world of the occult the world over for being a paedophile. Jesus Christ. The word paedophile is actually used downtown now on a lot of people who don't know who he is. It's referring to Eden. Yeah, we're all going to be, what's it called? Pedoed up. Jesus Christ, because that's what we are up top. That's how the police authority get us. They call us into a room, right? Tell us that we're all for the drop us up over inner cells, and say we have to do X, Y, Z in areas called the etheric. No, in areas called the Malone Road, and a lot of other areas, quite. We use covert surveillance in people's houses, quite, to counteract what they're doing downtown. Do you need a court order for that, Ciaran? We didn't have a court order for this because this is covert surveillance. Who else has been covert surveilling, quite, in my family, quite? All of them. Jesus Christ. Why was needed to do that, Ciaran? We don't. It's basically something we do because we have nothing better to do with our time in that order, in that organisational structure. Okay, did you put covert surveillance in the bathrooms, quite, of my house, in my mother's room, in her own suite? We did. Jesus Christ. Where did those images end up, right? They ended up online, right, on a database downloaded for some website on the internet called We Love Women Downtown or something, right? It's not there anymore. Took it off. Yeah. And so they took that website offline, Ciaran, correct? Ignoring that, correct? Ignoring that. So what leverage has Michael J. Aquino got over you, correct? Jesus fuck's sake. He says, if I don't come back and execute you over the next 5 years, okay, every day to make sure you rule on this stuff up top, because they don't want the etheric over in America, correct? You'd like to say that the etheric over there is gone, correct? But as a higher up, correct, it is back permanently in Michael J. Aquino Jr., correct, and his family, correct, because that's all they'll ever know. What else is the etheric run, right? What's it for, Ciaran, correct? Something down here says that's dodgy. You can't talk about how it's run. Well, not how it's run. Why? Is there any salacious activity down there, correct? Shit. There is. Featuring small children. Jesus Christ. How does that work? We take images of them, correct, up top, project them into people downtown, correct, and give them the impression that they're having child sex. Jesus Christ. With minors, correct. Would that be illegal? It would be. Are these little girls hurt in this, correct? Some of them are if they become too overly enamoured with some of the people, not really. If they start to talk up top about it and start to talk about things up top, we have to come in and what's called reverse monitor them, correct? Which means take them offline by telling them bad things will happen to them if they talk about what happens downtown. So they're conscious of this. They're conscious of the whole act, correct? They are, correct? Can this act that you're talking about be perpetrated up top? Jesus Christ. It can and has, quite. Some people go up top and do that, and small people up top, like Michael J. Aquino Jr. Jesus Christ. Does he have a daughter? He does have a daughter. That's all I'm saying. Can they project video into your head, Stephen? Was it Stephen? That's Mulhern, is it? It's not Stephen Mulhern. That's my brother's sister's friend or something. How long has the PSNI been trying to get Aiden to drop for things that people do up top here? Don't push too much in this or something. That means don't push too much in this line of inquiry, correct? Jesus Christ. How many years, correct? A fuck ton, correct? Politicians are involved by it, correct? And when you heard Eden shouting out loud at people, they were trying to get him into doing what's known as I am, correct? Telling people to fuck off, that he's not using his talents and abilities in the occult to project images in the people's men's heads, correct? Is there money exchanging hands in any of this, correct? There is. Jesus Christ. How does that work up top, Ciaran? Or Stephen? Ciaran, this is call sign, correct, from downtown. To know that someone is trying to call him, correct? What's persuading, Ciaran? Someone wants to know. It's when we become an agitated a person continually. Yeah, I mean, we got that one. Continually. No, we got it. We persevere, which means we sit on them, we climb in them into the E, correct, which is under the conscious awareness of most people, so they're not 100% clued into what's happening. I'll be taking money from Betty's account. We have taken over £1,000 every week for the last year, correct? Hopefully that she would be noticing, correct? She hasn't. She's a stupid old bitch. Jesus Christ. That's what we said. We've been taking £1,000 every year for the last week or two, correct? As well, correct? Where does that money go, Ciaran? Correct? Into our coffers downtown. If we transfer money from her account into an account up top, correct, and then transfer it into another account downtown, correct, which is where the money is, correct. So is that the money that's used in those prostitution rings, correct, you're talking about, correct? It is not. We can't talk about that. We can't talk about that. We can't be in the prostitution, correct. Did Eden make a complaint to the police ombudsman in relation to this, correct? He did not, correct. Should he? He should. What politicians are involved in this? Right, Jesus Christ. Fuck off. You can't talk about this. Yeah, he is, but please don't mention his name. We can't cover the fact that he's a pervert. Mike, that's getting me killed. Mike, that's getting me killed. Yeah, Betty, I'm concerned for my life. Because the temple said, say, if I don't drop every single politician here, that everyone's going to be killed, correct? Yeah. That's why the temple said trying to do that one. Because they're being forced to from downtown, correct? How do you mean, Ciaran? We use them to heavy people up top if they won't fall in the E, correct? But he never came out, Eden, to get him to fall in the E anyway, correct? So you were just trying to drive him mad, correct? Correct. Jesus Christ. We reckoned he was too good to be downtown. He did. So all those things he was saying back in the day with the police, correct? Including covert surveillance, correct? Of his house, correct? When that guy came to pick up the, shit. I can't talk about this. That guy, who's that? Commander Jones. When Commander Jones came into his, scanning his house using an e-phone, which is scanning the contents of what? E-cameras stationed in various rooms in the house. The covert surveillance cameras, correct, projected into the E, correct? Oh, fuck that shit, correct. Yeah, trying to push this on the, and then projected back into the mind of an operative, correct, who was in number 12 Dermore Park, in the topmost fucking house, flat, correct. So you were covertly surveilling my house from next door for how long, correct? Do you know who his sister is, correct? Mary O'Rourke, correct? She's a barrister, correct? You know what she's doing, Ciaran, correct? Shit, she's doing legacy cases, correct? Have you had any information that would help people up top get it from under what she's doing in advance? We have, correct, a fuck ton, correct, because that was the covert surveillance, correct, that's what it was for, correct. We just needed an angle, correct, to push on people downtown, correct, to get that stuff up top, correct. we need a remit to do that, but ultimately that remit was not given, correct, by anybody in the mainland, correct, or at all, correct. That's not true. Ciaran says, oh, fuck.